Hello and welcome to our video on the rise of the Carolingian dynasty. In the late 7th century, a powerful family emerged in the Frankish kingdom that would shape the course of European history for centuries to come. Led by the legendary ruler Charlemagne, the Carolingian dynasty expanded its power throughout much of Western Europe and established the foundations of the Holy Roman Empire. In this video, we will explore the fascinating history of this dynasty, including its key achievements, military conquests, and lasting impact on European society. So sit back, relax, and join us as we delve into the fascinating story of the rise of the Carolingian dynasty. The rise of the Carolingian dynasty in the late 7th century was a significant event in European history. Led by Charlemagne, the Carolingian dynasty expanded its power throughout much of Western Europe and laid the foundation for the emergence of the Holy Roman Empire. The Carolingian dynasty emerged in the Frankish kingdom in the late 7th century. Charlemagne's father, Pepin the Short, was the first of the Carolingian rulers and was instrumental in the expansion of the Frankish kingdom. Charlemagne became the king of the Franks in 768 and quickly set about expanding his power and influence. He conducted numerous military campaigns, conquering new territories and incorporating them into his empire. Pepin the Short, also known as Pepin III, was a Frankish king who lived in the 8th century. He was the son of Charles Martel, a famous military leader who had effectively ruled the Frankish kingdom for many years. Pepin himself became king in 751, and his reign was marked by important political and military developments that helped to shape the course of European history. One of Pepin's most significant achievements was his establishment of the Carolingian dynasty, which would go on to become one of the most powerful and influential families in Europe. In 751, he deposed the last Merovingian king, Childeric III, and was crowned king himself by the Pope. This marked the beginning of the Carolingian dynasty, which would go on to produce such legendary rulers as Charlemagne. Pepin was also a skilled military leader who conducted numerous campaigns to expand his kingdom. He defeated the Lombards in Italy, thereby securing the papacy's support and strengthening his own position in Europe. He also fought against the Muslims in Spain and helped to halt their advance into Europe. In addition to his military and political achievements, Pepin was also known for his religious piety. He was a devout Christian and made significant contributions to the Church. He supported the papacy and helped to promote the spread of Christianity throughout his kingdom. Overall, Pepin the Short was a remarkable figure who played a pivotal role in European history. His establishment of the Carolingian dynasty, his military conquests, and his religious contributions helped to shape the course of European civilization, and his legacy continues to be felt to this day. Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, was a legendary ruler who lived in the late 8th and early 9th centuries. He was the king of the Franks from 768 to 814 and is widely regarded as one of the most important and influential figures in European history. Charlemagne was a skilled military leader who conducted numerous campaigns to expand his kingdom. He conquered many new territories, including parts of Italy, Bavaria, and Saxony, and incorporated them into his empire. His military conquests helped to establish the Carolingian dynasty as one of the most powerful and influential families in Europe. Charlemagne was also known for his intellectual and cultural achievements. He was a patron of the arts and learning and established schools and monasteries throughout his empire. He promoted the study of Latin and classical texts, and his efforts helped to preserve many important works from the ancient world. Charlemagne's legacy was felt long after his death. He was crowned the first Holy Roman Emperor in 800, and his reign marked the beginning of a new era in European history. His legal reforms and administrative innovations laid the foundations for modern European government, and his cultural achievements helped to shape the intellectual and artistic landscape of Europe for centuries to come. Overall, Charlemagne was a remarkable figure who left an indelible mark on European history. His military conquests, cultural achievements, and political reforms helped to shape the course of European civilization, and his legacy continues to be felt to this day. One of the most significant campaigns of Charlemagne was his conquest of the Lombards in Italy. The Lombards had been a major threat to the Frankish kingdom for many years, and their defeat by Charlemagne paved the way for the establishment of the Holy Roman Empire. Charlemagne was crowned the first Holy Roman Emperor in 800, solidifying his position as one of the most powerful rulers in Europe. Charlemagne was a remarkable leader and accomplished many important achievements during his reign. He was a patron of the arts and learning, establishing schools and promoting the study of Latin and the classical texts. He also established a legal code that became the basis for much of the law in Western Europe for centuries. The Carolingian dynasty continued to exert its influence throughout much of Europe even after Charlemagne's death in 814. His descendants continued to expand the empire, and the dynasty remained in power until the 10th century. The impact of the Carolingian dynasty on European history cannot be overstated. It laid the foundation for the emergence of the Holy Roman Empire, which would play a significant role in shaping the political and cultural landscape of Europe for centuries. Charlemagne's reforms and achievements in education and the law had a lasting impact on European society, and his legacy remains influential to this day. In conclusion, the rise of the Carolingian dynasty in the late 7th century was a pivotal moment in European history. Led by Charlemagne, the dynasty expanded its power and influence throughout much of Western Europe and laid the foundation for the emergence of the Holy Roman Empire. Charlemagne's accomplishments in education, the law, and the arts had a lasting impact on European society, and his legacy continues to be felt to this day. The Carolingian dynasty came to an end in the 10th century due to a combination of factors. After the death of Charlemagne, the empire was divided among his three grandsons, which led to a period of instability and conflict among the ruling family. As the empire became increasingly fragmented, it was more vulnerable to attacks from outside forces. Vikings, Magyars, and other invaders began to raid and pillage Carolingian territories, weakening the dynasty's power and influence. In addition, the Carolingian rulers themselves faced internal struggles and disputes, which further weakened the dynasty. They also had to contend with the growing power of regional lords and nobles, who began to assert their own authority and independence. By the 10th century, the Carolingian dynasty had lost much of its former glory and influence. The last Carolingian ruler, Louis V, was deposed in 987, and the crown was passed to the Capetian dynasty, which would go on to rule France for the next several centuries. Although the Carolingian dynasty came to an end, its legacy continued to shape European history. The cultural, intellectual, and political achievements of Charlemagne and his successors had a lasting impact on European society, and their influence can still be seen in the present day. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed learning about the rise of the Carolingian dynasty. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Also, feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you may have. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.